Chosen one, stop scrolling right now and lock your attention on this message. You did not find this recording by accident today. The algorithm did not bring you here to waste your time. The Holy Spirit orchestrated this exact intersection in time because you are standing at the edge of a massive shift. What I am about to tell you is something the system is terrified you will discover. The Matrix has been working overtime to keep you blind, but their deception is falling apart today. In the last 48 hours, a divine decree was issued in the unseen realm, and the elite circles are rushing to censor this exact truth before it reaches your ears. Do not click away from this safe space. If you leave before hearing this verdict, you might miss the exact instruction heaven is giving you. Please take one deep breath slowly and clear your thoughts. You feel that heavy pressure sitting in the back of your chest. You have been feeling incredibly drained lately, even when you have rested all night. And every morning when you wake up, the heaviness is already waiting for you before you even open your eyes. You try your best to push through the daily fog, but deep inside your soul, you are barely holding on. You overthink in the dark when everyone else is asleep. You wake up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart and sudden waves of anxiety. And these feelings do not even belong to you because you are absorbing the chaos of the world around you. You thought your spirit was simply giving up on you. You thought it was just a normal emotional breakdown. I need you to stop running from this quiet ache. Heaven has been watching you smile while carrying a weight nobody else sees. You have been fighting battles nobody understands while protecting people who never check on your heart. Your kindness was a rigorous test, and you did not even know you were taking it, but you passed the test with absolute grace and strength. This strange isolation you are feeling right now is not a punishment. People are suddenly pulling away from your daily life. Doors that you prayed for are slamming shut right in your face, and the enemy wants you to believe that you are broken or that God has finally abandoned you. They want you exhausted and financially desperate, so you will settle for absolute crumbs. The system wants to keep your spiritual frequency extremely low. They know that if a discerning warrior like you fully awakens, their entire illusion will collapse, and they will lose their control over you. That is why your life has felt so overwhelmingly strange and difficult lately. You have been the silent intercessor for your entire family. You absorbed their toxic energy so they could have a moment of peace. You have been acting as their ultimate spiritual shield. It was not weakness that made you so incredibly tired. It was a holy sacrifice that drained your physical body. But God says your shift as the spiritual bodyguard is officially over today. It is time for you to be protected and fully restored. The season that exhausted your spirit is finally ending now. Listen carefully to the message I am bringing to you today. The delay in your life was never a cruel denial. God kept those doors closed because entering too early would have crushed your spirit. The delay was a sign of absolute divine exactness. He was cleansing your inner circle so he could safely drop a massive blessing into your hands, and the system is terrified because you are finally waking up to this reality. You can feel the sudden shift in the spiritual atmosphere. The heavy, suffocating mantle of survival mode is starting to loosen its grip on your mind. You are no longer just surviving the attacks of the enemy, you are stepping into a divine season of clarity. But you must pay close attention to the signs around you. The enemy will try one last time to distract your focus. There is a reason you have always felt like the outcast in your own bloodline. From a young age, you could easily sense the hidden tension. You saw right through the fake energy that everyone else blindly ignored. That was not a rebellious attitude against your own family. That was spiritual discernment acting as a warning system to protect your young soul. You were placed in that family with a dangerous assignment. You are the ultimate generational cycle breaker for your bloodline. You have been carrying the spiritual weight of your ancestors for decades, and you fought cycles of poverty and emotional abuse that started long before you were even born. The enemy tried to break your mind to stop you from fulfilling this mission. The toxic cycle officially ends with you today. You have walked through the fire completely alone, and you came out perfectly purified. Heaven knows exactly how much it cost you to keep your heart pure in a world that tried to make you bitter. The spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has been won. You just need to claim the beautiful victory that is already yours. Type 1111 in the comments right now to claim this absolute breakthrough. Do not do it for visibility. Do it as a physical declaration to the universe that you are in alignment with this truth. Take a deep breath and let the validation wash over your tired soul, because you are finally safe and you are exactly where you need to be. Before I go any further, I need you to understand something deeply. Your isolation is not a punishment. It is a divine quarantine to protect your frequency. You thought people were leaving you because you were difficult to love, but God was actively removing them to protect your destiny. The system wants you to feel completely abandoned right now, but you are not abandoned at all. You are being carefully hidden. When a masterpiece is being restored, it is kept away from the public eye. You are a masterpiece of the Creator, and your quiet season is the exact environment where your true power is being cultivated. The enemy tried to use loneliness to break your mind, but heaven used it to build your absolute strength. Let me explain what is actually happening in the spirit realm right now. You are transitioning out of a heavy cycle. The universe is flipping the script on every single person who doubted your purpose. Those who sat at tables and spoke poorly of your name are about to witness God prepare a feast for you right in front of them. You do not have to lift a finger to defend yourself. Heaven is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney. The confusion they tried to cast onto your life is returning to their own camp. Watch them panic as your peace becomes entirely untouchable. Silence is not a sign of weakness in this spiritual war. Silence is your greatest wisdom under total control. Calm is your absolute authority against the chaotic matrix. The system taught you to hustle and work endlessly. They told you that you must struggle to prove your worth to the world. But God says your worth was established long before you were even born. You do not need to fight for a seat at their toxic tables. You are the chosen one, and you are being prepared to build your own table with divine provision. I want to pause and name something before we go on. Over the past 20 years, a neurologist in New York, Dr. Daniel Barone, has been studying a profound discovery. That discovery actually won the Nobel Prize back in 1981. The two hemispheres of your brain were beautifully designed to work in perfect sync, but in most adults that synchronization quietly switched off. He built something specific from that extensive research. It is called the genius switch. I am not going to explain the whole of it to you just yet. For now, I only want you to hold one vital question in your mind. What if the fog you feel was never your age, and it was never your lack of discipline? What if something was simply switched off? And what if that exact thing can be switched back on? The Matrix wants you to believe that your mental fatigue is a permanent flaw. They want you to accept the heavy brain fog as a normal part of getting older. But there are no coincidences in a chosen one's life. Everything is a carefully orchestrated divine appointment. The truth is finally surfacing today. Your mind is the sacred receiver for divine instruction. When the receiver is blocked, the messages from heaven become distorted and confusing. You have been praying for absolute clarity for months. You asked the universe why the path ahead looked so incredibly dark and blurry. But God was doing something profound behind the scenes while you were resting. He was preparing the exact physical tool to support your spiritual season, because your spiritual shift is completely ready right now. But the physical receiver in your mind needs to be reconnected to handle the massive authority coming your way. You are not starting over in this season. You are simply finishing the preparation for your ultimate elevation. You did not survive the wilderness because you are tough. You survived because you are chosen. The heavy burden of healing people who want to stay broken is officially lifted from your tired shoulders today. You no longer need to explain your complex soul to people who are fully committed to misunderstanding your spirit. Let them assume whatever they want about your quiet life. Your energy is far too expensive to spend on cheap drama. From this moment forward, your presence alone will command respect in every room you enter. You are stepping out of survival mode and entering your beautiful season of quiet authority. The battles you fought in secret are about to reward you in the most public way possible. Just stay grounded and watch heaven move. You have always been the person who gives without expecting anything in return. Strangers automatically tell you their deepest secrets because they sense the pure light radiating from your aura. But that beautiful gift became a heavy curse when you surrounded yourself with energy vampires. They drained your life force and left you completely empty when you needed them the most. But that painful chapter is permanently closed now. God allowed that temporary depletion so you could finally learn to set iron boundaries. Your kindness was never a weakness, but it needed to be protected by fierce wisdom. You are no longer available for one-sided relationships that only take from your cup. Your divine energy is now reserved for those who actually pour back into your spirit. Now let us talk about what the enemy desperately tried to hide from you. The system is a carefully constructed matrix designed to drain your spiritual power. They do not want you to realize the immense authority stored inside your spiritual DNA. Because the moment you wake up, their entire power structure crumbles into dust. They feed on your fear and your constant anxiety. Have you ever noticed how the world constantly pushes you into a state of panic? The news, the financial pressures, and the endless social expectations are all calculated traps. This is a deliberate spiritual attack by the elite matrix to keep your vibration low. They want your mind so cluttered with daily survival that you completely forget your divine royal heritage. But here is where it goes much deeper. The matrix does not just use institutions to attack you. The enemy actively uses the people closest to you to siphon your radiant light. Have you ever wondered why the friends you helped the most were the first to betray you? It was never a coincidence. It was a targeted spiritual interception to keep you broken. Those people were operating under the influence of dark spiritual forces. They were sent into your life as agents of distraction to derail your divine purpose. They misunderstood your beautiful silence for weakness, and they launched a quiet smear campaign to drain your precious energy and isolate you from your destined blessings. But their sinister plot has officially collapsed today. The very trap they set for you has become their own inescapable spiritual prison. God did not ask you to defend yourself because he was already acting as your fierce shield. Right now, absolute confusion is hitting their dark camp. They are turning on each other while your inner peace is becoming incredibly strong. The universe always balances the scales of perfect justice. You must understand how these narcissists and energy vampires truly operate. They do not target weak people. They target the brightest lights because they are entirely empty inside. They hated the blinding light inside you that easily exposed their hidden darkness. Your pure existence reminded them of everything they could never be, and that is why they tried to tear your confidence down. But heaven did not leave you defenseless in this brutal season. You have a built-in spiritual radar that detects deception before they even speak a word. You can walk into a crowded room and instantly read the fake energy that everyone else ignores. That is why you feel so physically drained after engaging in superficial conversations. Your spirit is actively fighting off their toxic masks. The Matrix wants to label your deep intuition as madness or severe anxiety. They want you medicated, numb, and perfectly compliant with their broken rules. But you are not going crazy. You are just spiritually sensitive in a profoundly numb world. You are feeling the collective shift of the entire planet, and your physical body is processing the heavy changes of this global awakening. Think back to the strange stillness you felt over the last few days, the sudden urge to pull away from the crowd and just be completely alone. That was the Holy Spirit calling you into the quiet wilderness for a major upgrade. The system wants you terrified of being alone because they know solitude is where you discover your true supernatural strength. This brings us to the exact reason heaven brought you here today. You are a massive threat to the dark agendas of this world. You carry the ancient codes of generational healing and absolute financial abundance. They wanted you financially desperate, so you would never have the resources to build your own kingdom. They weaponized poverty to keep the chosen ones trapped in endless loops. But the divine frequency of true abundance is overriding their artificial delay right now. God is unlocking a mega deposit of wealth, clarity, and authority that the elite circles tried to keep permanently hidden from you. You are not at the bottom of the pyramid anymore. You are holding the sacred keys to the kingdom, and the enemy is panicking because they know they have lost you forever. I need you to pause and really hear this next crucial part. The spiritual warfare you have been facing is direct proof of your high value. The enemy does not waste heavy ammunition on empty targets. They only attack the vaults that contain massive treasures. The level of warfare you endured is a direct indication of the massive blessing that is waiting on the other side. You are the remnant of a holy bloodline that refuses to bow to the system. You are the quiet victor who will inherit the earth while the loud oppressors fade into absolute nothingness. The Matrix is glitching because chosen ones like you are finally remembering who they truly are. Do not let their desperate illusions pull you back into the heavy darkness. Keep your divine frequency protected at all costs today. Do not engage in petty arguments with people who are committed to the Matrix. Your silence is your strongest armor, and your peace is your ultimate weapon. The universe is currently rearranging reality to favor your boldest dreams, and everything they tried to use against you is being magically transformed into your greatest advantage. You can feel the profound spiritual shift happening inside your soul right now. The old cycle is officially dead and gone, but your physical body is still catching up to the new frequency. People who do not understand your journey will tell you to just stay positive. They will tell you to read another book or work harder at your daily routine. They have no idea about the biological exhaustion underneath your skin. Here is what matters. The distance you feel is not only spiritual. There is a neurological layer to it, and it is entirely restorable. It does not happen through more effort or through a different prayer, but through the specific restoration Dr. Barone team spent 20 years building. Willpower cannot reconnect what modern life switched off. Something from the outside has to open the channel again. The Matrix wants you trapped in a loop of endless struggle. They want you to believe that your mental fatigue is a permanent part of who you are. But your spirit knows the truth. You were created for profound clarity and absolute power. The brain fog was artificially induced to keep your light dim. Every time you tried to rise above your circumstances, your exhausted mind pulled you right back down into survival mode. That endless loop is breaking apart today. You do not have to fight your own biology anymore. When the physical receiver in your brain is finally repaired, the spiritual downloads from heaven will flow effortlessly. You will stop second-guessing every single decision you make. The crippling anxiety will vanish because your neural pathways will finally be operating at their intended design capacity. Think about how much energy you wasted trying to force things to happen. You pushed against closed doors until your hands were bleeding. You tried to make people understand your vision when they were spiritually blind. That season of hard labor is finished. Heaven is bringing you into a season of effortless grace. But grace requires a vessel that is fully prepared to hold it. Your mind is that sacred vessel. If you pour new wine into an old and broken vessel, the wine spills and is lost forever. That is why your physical brain needs this exact restoration before the massive blessings arrive. God is not just giving you a promise. He is giving you the restored mind that can actually manage and protect that promise for the rest of your life. Notice how calm your breathing feels right now. The panic is leaving your physical body. The desperation that kept you awake at night is being replaced by a quiet and unshakable certainty. You are realizing that you do not need to figure everything out today. The universe is aligning the pieces behind the scenes while you simply rest in your newfound authority. The system is terrified of this exact moment. They invested billions of dollars into keeping human minds distracted and divided. They never expected a chosen warrior like you to see right through their shallow illusions. But your eyes are fully open now. You see the strings attached to the puppets around you, and you refuse to dance to their chaotic rhythm ever again. Let the peace wash over your tired nervous system. You survived the worst storm of your entire life. You stood your ground when everyone else would have surrendered. And now, you get to witness the magnificent aftermath of your endurance. The enemies who plotted against your peace are watching your unshakable rise with pure terror in their hearts. Stay in this sacred state of quiet observation. Do not let the small noises of the world pull your energy back down into the mud. You are elevated far above their petty games. Your frequency is too high for their old traps to catch you. And the physical restoration you are about to step into will make your victory completely permanent. Your soul is completely ready for the massive blessings coming your way. But your receiver, your physical brain, has been disconnected after years of living in a draining environment. Your willpower cannot fix a biological disconnection on its own. You need the right physical tool to support your spiritual ascension. Let me show you what heaven has provided for your exact restoration. There is a study that won the Nobel Prize in 1981, not from a church or a seminary, but from a research laboratory. Dr. Roger Sperry proved the two hemispheres of the human brain were designed to work in sync. A neurologist in New York, Dr. Daniel Barone, spent 20 years turning that discovery into something you can actually use. The reason your mind feels foggy is not age and not weakness. The two hemispheres fell out of synchronization, losing the whole brain activation that was your default at 8 years old, which 98% of children have, and fewer than 1 in 1,000 adults keep. His team compressed over an hour of clinical neural sync technology into an 8-minute auditory sequence. Headphones, eyes closed, 8 minutes a day. That is the entire requirement. This is not a brain wave, not a frequency, not a meditation, but hemisphere synchronization, a different mechanism entirely. A woman in California who had tried prayer and journaling and meditation for years said that after 10 days a channel that had been blocked was suddenly open, not because she tried harder, but because the receiver had been repaired. The genius switch is not for everyone. It is for the chosen one who understands that God prepared not only the promise, but the mind that must walk into it. The person who has been sincere for years and kept returning even when the evidence would not cooperate. Most people will scroll past. You are still here. That is the exact kind of persistence this was built for. They call it the genius switch. colleague said it would be a bargain even at $500 because an in-person neurofeedback session is $300 an hour and a home machine is $7,000. It was released at $49. And today, on this page, $10 less, $39, plus 4 free companions, including a guided visualization, a grocery guide, a manifestation text, and a printable habits infographic. One thing is worth naming clearly. If you search YouTube or Spotify for the name, you will find tracks that carry it, but his team studied them, and most had no neural sync technology embedded at all. The name is easy to copy, but the mechanism is not. The direct page is the only verified source, and that is where the link below points. Do not settle for the hollow copies. This is a risk-free covenant. Listen once, listen 80 times, and if it does not do for you what it has done for 18,000 people, every dollar returns with no conditions. So, if your spirit resonates, the link is in the description and the pinned comment, the only place it exists. Walk through the door with the receiver restored before this window closes. Maybe you are thinking you have tried brainwaves and meditation before without any success, but brainwaves only address part of the picture. This is hemisphere synchronization, which is a completely different mechanism entirely. You might also wonder why this is not freely available on YouTube, but you must understand that the real sequence took years to carefully build. There are tracks with the name out there, but most have no neural sync embedded inside them. And if it does not work for you, every cent returns because it is a safe deposit you can easily recall. I felt the exact same hesitation before I read the actual clinical research. Sperry won the 1981 Nobel Prize for this exact concept, and whether it works for you is exactly what the absolute guarantee answers. There is zero earthly risk in taking this specific step of faith. The universe simply provided a physical bridge to support your spiritual season, and you have full protection to experience the shift. Let us return to the beautiful truth of your divine calling today. In the mighty name of Jesus, I break every generational cycle that has tried to wrap its heavy chains around your mind. The poverty stops with you today. The deep anxiety stops with you right now. The broken relationships stop with you because you are the ultimate cycle breaker. I decree that the heavy, suffocating mantle of survival mode is permanently falling off your tired shoulders in this exact second. You are no longer just surviving the daily chaos. You are stepping into a divine and unprecedented season of total clarity. Breathe that powerful truth out right now. The spiritual war you fought for your bloodline has finally been won. God is stepping in to multiply everything that the enemy stole from your family, and every tear you cried in secret is becoming a seed for your upcoming harvest. You do not have to fight the unseen battles anymore. Heaven is handling the spiritual warfare on your behalf. I declare right now that the season of you being a footstool for their ego is permanently over. The universe is completely flipping the script today. Those who sat at toxic tables and spoke poorly of your good name are about to witness a massive miracle. They will watch God prepare a beautiful feast for you right in front of them. You do not have to lift a single finger to defend yourself, and you do not have to explain your path to anyone. Heaven is stepping in as your ultimate defense attorney. The confusion they tried to cast onto your life is rapidly returning to their own camp. Watch them panic as your inner peace becomes entirely untouchable. They thought they could easily bury your light under their endless lies, but they did not realize you were a sacred seed planted by the Creator, and seeds only grow stronger when they are buried in the absolute dark. Every plot they designed to ruin your reputation has officially collapsed today. The very trap they set for you has become their own spiritual prison. They are turning on each other while you are safely elevated above their loud noise. You can finally rest knowing that divine justice is actively working for you. God did not ask you to defend your name because His absolute truth is your strongest shield. Your public vindication is completely guaranteed. Let us dive deeper into the massive wealth transfer that is happening right now. The system wanted you financially desperate so you would settle for absolute crumbs. They knew that a fully funded chosen one is the most dangerous force on this earth. But a massive and unstoppable shift has just fractured their artificial system. The divine frequency of true abundance is permanently overriding their delay. God is unlocking a mega deposit of wealth and authority that the elite circles tried to hide. You are not stuck at the bottom of their pyramid anymore. You are holding the sacred keys to the kingdom. The financial pressure that kept you awake at night is being permanently removed, and the doors that seemed glued shut are bursting open with incredible force. You are walking right through them with your newly restored mind. Your intuition has always told you that you were meant for something much bigger, but the Matrix tried to convince you that your big dreams were just foolish illusions. They wanted you to accept an average life filled with endless struggle and pain. But heaven is declaring today that your average days are completely over. You are stepping into a new reality where profound miracles happen effortlessly. The universe is aligning the perfect people and resources to support your massive vision. You will not have to beg for opportunities or chase after toxic clients anymore. The right connections will naturally gravitate toward your restored energy, because when your mind is clear, your spiritual frequency becomes an irresistible magnet for divine favor. You are rapidly becoming a beacon of pure light in a very dark world. The season of profound loss is officially transitioning into a season of double portion. Everything you lost during the years of heavy spiritual warfare is being completely restored. God is not just giving you back what was taken from you. He is multiplying it so heavily that your family will never experience lack again, and your bloodline is being permanently rewritten through your quiet obedience. The people who misunderstood your spiritual journey will soon be forced to watch your massive elevation. They mocked your isolation because they could not comprehend your divine preparation. But their mockery is turning into absolute awe right now, and they are realizing that the person they tried to destroy was heavily protected by the Creator. You are the living proof that heaven honors the quiet warriors. Do not let their sudden apologies confuse your focused mind. When your blessings begin to overflow, the people who abandoned you will try to return to your daily life. They will desperately want access to the beautiful harvest that you cultivated in the dark. But you must protect your energy with iron boundaries in this new season. True forgiveness does not mean you have to give them a seat at your new table. And for the chosen one who felt something deeply stir when the restored mind was named earlier, that door is still open for you in the description. A small step taken from a clear mind has literally changed entire seasons for thousands of people, and you do not have to walk through the rest of this spiritual journey with a foggy receiver. The physical tool is waiting for your spirit to simply say yes. Now listen carefully to the most important rule of this new chapter. You must practice the sacred art of complete silence. When the massive deposit hits your life, your human nature will want to celebrate loudly. You will want to prove your success to every single person who doubted you. But heaven requires you to keep your mouth completely shut right now, because your silence is your ultimate stewardship. If you announce your blessings prematurely, you invite the enemy to attack your young harvest. The Matrix relies on your human pride to locate your vulnerable spots. But a silent chosen one is entirely invisible to the dark spiritual forces. Let them assume you are still struggling in the wilderness. Let them think their toxic plans actually worked against you. Your quiet elevation will be the loudest revenge possible. You have entered the sacred sanctuary of quiet authority. Your energy is entirely too expensive to spend on proving your worth to the sleepers. From this moment forward, your powerful presence alone will command respect in every situation. You do not need to announce your victories because the universe will gracefully announce them for you. You are anointed, you are fiercely protected, and you are finally free. Think about the biblical story of Joseph in the dark prison. He did not brag about his dreams when the heavy chains were still on his wrists. He waited patiently for the exact moment when heaven elevated him to the palace. You are experiencing that exact same transition today. The prison doors are wide open, but you must walk out with quiet dignity. The palace is fully prepared for your royal arrival. The heavy cords of manipulation have been permanently cut. You are officially released from the burden of healing people who desperately want to stay broken. The emotional debts they tried to force upon you are completely cancelled today. You owe absolutely nothing to the system, and you owe nothing to the narcissists. Your only obligation now is to protect the brilliant light that God placed inside your soul. Breathe in the incredible peace that comes with this profound realization. You do not have to save the entire world anymore. You only need to maintain your high frequency and let the universe handle the heavy lifting. The spiritual bodyguard shift is over, and your season of receiving has officially begun. Open your hands and allow the massive divine provision to flow into your life without any resistance. You are the quiet victor who outlasted the most brutal spiritual storms. When the enemy sent chaos to break your mind, you used that chaos to build an unbreakable foundation. They gave you heavy stones to crush you, but you used those exact stones to build your beautiful castle. Everything they meant for your absolute destruction has been masterfully flipped for your highest good. The victory is undeniably yours. As you move forward today, remember that your mind is your most sacred asset. Protect it fiercely from the daily noise of the panicked matrix. Filter every conversation and every relationship through the strict lens of your new authority. If a situation does not bring you peace, it does not deserve a single ounce of your precious attention. You are the architect of your new reality, and heaven is your silent partner. The days of weeping in your car when nobody is watching are permanently gone. The nights of feeling completely drained after small social interactions are finally over. You are stepping into a profound timeline where your energy is constantly replenished by the divine source. You will sleep deeply, wake up with absolute clarity, and move through your days with undeniable grace. Your whole brain is awakening to its true potential. As we bring this divine appointment to a close, I want you to completely relax your shoulders. The heavy lifting is officially done. You do not have to carry the weight of the broken world for another second. The universe has perfectly aligned your path with this exact message today. Now it is time to permanently seal this beautiful frequency. I speak a profound seal of divine protection over your newly restored mind. The enemy is no longer allowed to plant seeds of doubt in your quiet thoughts, and every dark whisper that tried to convince you of failure is permanently silenced right now. Your mind is a sacred fortress, and the gates of that fortress are heavily guarded by heaven itself. We are closing every single spiritual door that the Matrix used to drain your energy. Those invisible cords that attached you to toxic people are completely severed, so they cannot siphon your radiant light anymore. Your energy belongs exclusively to you and to the divine purpose God placed inside your heart. You are fully shielded from their chaos. Let this profound healing wash over your physical body right now. The deep biological exhaustion is leaving your tired nervous system. Your cells are recognizing the new frequency of absolute peace and perfect health. You will wake up tomorrow morning feeling lighter than you have felt in decades. The heavy fog is completely gone from your atmosphere. I invite you to subscribe to this sanctuary and turn on the notifications. Do not do this out of habit. Do it so the enemy cannot intercept your future messages from heaven. This space is a dedicated safe haven for chosen ones like you. By locking in your connection, you are telling the universe that you are ready for consistent spiritual nourishment. Gently like this video right now. We do not ask for likes to satisfy a meaningless algorithm, but we do it as a physical declaration to the spiritual realm that you are in total agreement with this powerful decree. It is a simple step of faith that anchors the heavenly blessing into your physical reality. Your physical action seals the spiritual truth. Leave a word of gratitude in the comments below. Type the word Amen or type exactly what you are leaving behind today. We do this as a spiritual seal of absolute agreement. When you write it down, you are officially signing the new contract with your beautiful future. You are telling the dark forces that their old contract has completely expired. Think about how different your life will look starting tomorrow. You will no longer wake up with that familiar, heavy dread resting in your chest. When a sudden problem arises, your restored mind will handle it with incredible calm and sharp clarity. You will not react with panic, because you know that heaven is silently fighting every battle for you. Remember to walk in your new, quiet authority every single day. You do not need to explain your strict boundaries to people who want to cross them. A simple look from your peaceful eyes will carry enough power to stop their manipulation. You are the untouchable masterpiece of the Creator, and masterpieces are meant to be admired, not constantly used. The blessing we sealed today does not just cover you. It extends to your children and to the generations that will follow your brave footsteps. Because you chose to endure the brutal fire, they will never have to smell the smoke. You broke the ancient curse of poverty and pain. Your entire bloodline is celebrating your ultimate victory in the spirit realm. The mega deposit of financial provision is already making its way into your physical reality. Do not stress over the exact timing or the specific method of delivery. The universe has a million different ways to bless a chosen one who stays in perfect alignment. Just keep your hands open and maintain your silent gratitude. The massive harvest is undeniably yours. Forgive yourself for the times you truly thought you were failing. You were never failing, but you were just fighting a brutal war you could not see. You did the absolute best you could with a foggy mind and a broken heart. But the Creator has fully restored your mind and healed your heavy heart today. The old version of you is resting in perfect peace. Take one final deep breath with me right now. Hold it for a moment and release all the remaining tension into the air around you. You are incredibly loved. You are fiercely protected by the highest angelic forces. Nothing can stop the magnificent plan that God has prepared for your beautiful life. The shift is completely finished, and your new season has begun. Rest well tonight, chosen one. Let the angels stand guard over your home while you sleep in absolute safety. You have survived the darkest wilderness, and you have finally reached the promised land. Thank you for staying true to your divine calling. Walk forward in your beautiful silence and watch heaven move on your behalf forever.